How you doing, everyone? Welcome to another edition on Should You Buy It? So here we have this year's Trainer's Toolkit. If you run into it out there in the wild, let's see if you should snag it up. So let's get into it. Oh man. So last year's Trainer Toolkit was the Squawkabilly EX. It came with two Squawkabillies and a bunch of supporter cards, a lot of Arvins, which was huge at the time. Still is. Arvin's still a huge card to have in your deck. So these are put out there. If you're getting into the TCG, just a quick way to get much needed support cards, trainers, and so there you have just like your damage dice and your you roll this even as heads, odd as tails. Your burn poison marker. And it comes with 4 packs, 2 Mega Evolution, 2 Destined Rivals. It's like a how to build a deck, sort of play the game, and then the cards that come in it. Code card for the box. Over here. Okay, let's get into this one first. So these are sleeves. All right, let's get into the. So first and foremost, Pheasantipity EX. It is the ultimate draw engine post getting a Pokemon knocked out. Prior to Fez, you would Iono their hand, take some knockouts, pass. Well, now with Fez, if your opponent takes a knockout, you can draw 3 cards during your turn. And so if you have Fez on the board, it's kind of hard for you to have your hand Iono down to 1 or 2 or 3. So there we have it. Flip the script. Once during your turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards. You can use more than one flip the script each turn. Then Cruel Arrow, 3 energies. This attack does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can snipe the bench if you want to. Grand Tree. Seeing some play right now in the Greninja decks. It's Greninja, Dusknoir, or Pidgeot. Once during each player's turn, the player may search the deck for a stage 1 that evolves from one of the basic and put it onto their Pokemon and then evolve it. If that Pokemon was evolved in this way, that player may search the deck for a stage 2 and evolve it. So basically, if you had Pokemon in play that can evolve, you play the stadium, go into your deck, grab their stage 1, then grab their stage 2, quickly get a Pidgeot. Hyper Aroma. You saw this in some of those cheesy decks. Main one being the Meltan, where you discard a tool and you do 250 damage. That way you get a bunch of stage 3s out there. And so like you just pull out evolution Pokemon. So up to 3 stage 1 Pokemon. Another super playable card, Maximum Belt, sort of making a comeback in Charizard decks. Attacks used by Pokemon this card is actually do 50 more damage to your opponent's active EX Pokemon. So that's 2 playable aspects, one that kind of doesn't get much use. Switch, Terror Orb, Counter Game, Power Glass, Crispin, playable, Ultra Ball, playable, Night Stretcher, playable, Janine, situational, Gravity Mountain, situational. It's technically all. No. Glass Trumpet, Postwick. So this one was for Hops Pokemon. Attacks used by Hops Pokemon do 30 more damage. We have Research, Ultra Ball, best card in the game, Boss's Orders, Buddy Buddy Puffin, Rare Candy, NSPP up. Switch over here, Carmine, depending what deck you're running. Just because you can use it first turn if you go first. Also, Ultra Ball, Hop's Choice, Janine. They really want you to build a Hops deck. Jamming, Levancia, playable in some Godangos. Some of them are running it. They get item lock. They have it. So this works. Say you discarded 2 lightning energy. If you get item locked, then you just use this to get 2 out of the discard pile. If you're item locked as a Godango player. For House Pokemon, reduces the energy cost. Playable. Counter Gain. Situation on some decks. Terror Orb. With Nest Ball rotating out, this might make, like in those Terra Box decks, this might end up replacing that Nest Ball is about to rotate out. Buddy Buddy Puffin, playable, playable, playable. Not so much. Playable, 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 playable. Situational. Really playable now. Like there's a lot of, especially the recent Charizard deck, Charizard EX, takes advantage of Area 0 under depths. So that if you have a Terra Pokemon in play, you can have up to 8 on the bench. Versus Research, playable. Kieran, a lot of decks kind of having like a stall option where they stick a Pokemon in the active via their effect. This is kind of going to gain some popularity, especially with Jet Energy rotating out soon. This might be another mobility option. They thought this was going to break the game. Your opponent reveals their hand. You discard up to 2 item cards you find there. Playable in the Absol deck. So Absol has Darkness Claw. You can discard 1 card from your opponent's hand. On top of, if you use an Unfair Stamp, Eerie, or Unfair Stamp, Darkness Claw, and then next turn use Eerie, you can keep their hand dead. Huge in Terra decks. During this turn, if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from attack used by your Terra Pokemon, take 1 more prize. But the opponent has to have 2 prize cards remain. Huge. Could really flip the prize trade. This just lets you do 40 more damage to EX Pokemon for the turn. Can help you get a sneaky KO, especially if you're playing 1 prizers. Crispin, playable, playable. Okay, let's go through the non-playable again and see what I unfairly labeled as not playable. That's getting some play. I mean, these cards aren't awful. Like Janine in the Absol deck, just because you are running some dark Pokemon. Choose up to 2 of your dark Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search out a basic energy and attach it to that Pokemon. If the Pokemon's in the active, it will become poison. So you can like activate a Binding Mochi with this card. So it has its situations, but like ones that like you're gonna see in every deck. Research, Ultra Ball, Research, Puffin. Sage Oodles Awake. Rare Candy, depending if you go to stage 2. Puffin, Boss, Ultra Ball, Research. Boom, boom. And then, oh yeah, you're going to see Fez in every deck. So, not really, good to have, but like, not really getting played at all in anything. But here we go. Serendipity box. Huge, huge, super huge. S, 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 S. Plus, 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 plus. S plus tier right here. And then your Ultra Ball, Night Stretchers, Research. And the Ultra Ball is labeled G, but they reprinted it. So the Ultra Ball will be still in the next format. Boss got reprinted. So we'll still have Boss moving forward. Buddy Buddy Puffin is an H card, so it's not going to rotate out soon. Rare Candy, I believe, got reprinted. So it's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 super playable cards you can put into any deck at the moment. And then we have some situational cards. Like this is really good in the new Kangaskhan. And then has been used in Goldango decks. Super good in the new Terra Box. Well, not new, but like the Terra Box decks out there that need to load up a Terra Pokemon and attack, especially when they have their crystal attached. If you're running Terra Pokemon deck, that's a one-of recommendation. That way you can sneak a win at the end, especially if you're playing Dusknoir line, because you'll put them at the 2 prize count. Why not if you're running Terra Pokemon? Jamming Tower is huge, and like it's required in all Dragapult EX decks now. Like I think if you go check Limited TCG, they all have 2 Jamming Towers. They don't play any other stadiums. Sneaky card, especially when your opponent thinks they have enough HP to survive a 1 hit, take another turn, throw that down there and take the KO, win the game. Only good in Zoroark, but super necessary. Most of them run 2 of. If you're running Cerula GX, you're running 4 of these, and then go first. That way you can set up for turn 2 evolve attack. Again, this hasn't seen much play, but with Nest Ball rotating out, it might be the way to find Terra Pokemon that are basic. Just Terra Pokemon in general. Situational, but could get Ursaluna online early if you're down on the price. Blood Moon Ursaluna EX if you're down on price count. But yeah, should you buy the Serendipity box? 100%. Especially if you're getting into it. It provides a lot of supporter cards that you need. This one did not provide energy cards, but you get energy cards everywhere. So you'll always have energy cards when deck building. They're not that hard to come by. And it provides some playable sleeves. You can sleeve up and play. But yeah, go out there if you see it. I believe this cost me $24. So not only is the contents of the box amazing, they also give you 4 packs to go with it. Speaking of, as we end this video, let's rip a pack. But yeah, go out there. Get you a Serendipity box. Pokemon Center Lady. Heal 60 damage to one of your Pokemon. Covers all special conditions. Riolu, Nickit, Snom, Risky Ruins. When a player puts a non-dark Pokemon onto their bench during this turn, plays 2 damage counters. Houndstone, Dinkaton, Xerneas. Hey! Got a little Shroodle. And a playable card. Alakazam Psychic Draw. Might build an Alakazam deck. I don't know. Mist Energy poops on it, but Mist Energy is rotating out, so. Well, there you have it. Y'all, get out there. If you see it, I would snag it up. Because it does provide a lot of supporter cards, especially this one. It's in every deck. Downside is, it is a huge liability with only 210 HP. But it will get you out of a dead hand. So, it's a pretty good supporter card. It wasn't too beefy, so, you know, just don't play it too soon. And don't end up as your starting Pokemon to start the game. It feels awful. All right, y'all. Until next time, y'all take it easy.